All right, people, what it do? Oh God, hold on one second. I forgot about this because not in the building. Let me turn this mess off. It's gonna drive me crazy again. So, audio processing, noise gate. Here we go. All right. I would rather you guys hear that hum than to have the noise gate bumping in my ear. All right, sorry about that. Anyway, what's up, people? Welcome to the show, Graham. As you can tell, I'm not at home. I am cruising over here in the Ecamm headquarters. Oh, hold on. This chair that Ken bought, it presses against my AirPods in my leg, so I had to take them out my pocket. Anyway, you know what? I was having a thought about possibly. Oh, Paul said slap back. Hold on. One. Why? Why would you slap any backs? What's going on? One. Oh God. It's not you? What do you mean it's not you? Oh, he said no, it's me. Damn it, Paul. Anyway, we got a lot to talk about today while Paul's over here messing me up. Anyway, I want to do a quick setting change over here in my Ecamm. I have that thing where whenever you click on an extra window, the program window pops up. Man, that drives me bananas. Anyway, it's hot stuff going on this week in the old world of YouTube. They have made some epic changes, and I wanted to make sure that everybody is up to date. Nothing bad to me. I think they're actually pretty cool. Some people are having a cow, but that tends to be the situation whenever you move the cheese on someone, so to speak. People have a tendency to get upset. And I think a big part of it is there is this fear of, somebody is taking something away that you once had. But one of the things I can say that's been really cool about these changes is having Renee there has really helped out, because I feel like Renee made Team YouTube think about it and the way creators would actually react to this. So I think it somewhat lessens the blow, if that makes any sense. So I think that this update has actually been probably better than most. Hey, Elaine. Elaine's here. Not just Paul and Valerie irritating Paul and Valerie. I'm joking. It's the real deal, Elaine. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Dina. I'm not listening to Paul any longer. I see Al's in the building. All right, cool. So yes, Luis, there's a fantastic old school book about Who Moved My Cheese, and that was one of the sort of the premises of this book was just sort of adapting to change and sort of indifference, things of that nature. What basically happened, and I'll explain it, it'll make more sense as we get into it, is YouTube is making some changes because of the way that spammers have taken like a massive hold on the platform. And currently, the thing that they're doing to disrupt the platform is attacking shorts, because it's super easy, it's super repeatable, it's a very low-hanging fruit. So what these guys are doing, they're generating channels and sort of stealing things. June, I'm at Ecamm HQ right now. I'm chilling in Camp Katie. Hey, Kev, thank you, Kevin. Appreciate that. Hey, I should have a different type of thing that pops up when someone becomes a member, but I appreciate it, Kev. Anyway, so what happens is these guys are creating channels and putting spam in the descriptions, some cases, and the clickable links that you could put onto shorts. And YouTube is like, yo, we have to do something about this. And anybody who's frequented a larger YouTuber's channel, and like say you decide to leave a comment, you will get a comment back with their avatar. And if you're not carefully reading the name, you would think that, let's just pick on Marquez. You'll think that Marquez is answering you back, or Gerald Undone. And it'll be some weird spam channel, and then they'll tell you, oh, just click this link, and then I can give you this free or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And it's complete BS, right? So they've been working hard on the, impersonation spam, but they also been working hard on the spam that comes in shorts. So what they did in order to fix this, and it happened on Thursday, on the 10th, and there's going to be even bigger update coming on the 31st, is they took out all clickable links from shorts, from the short descriptions, and from shorts comments, or comments on shorts. So that's all gone. What they're doing to replace this is, actually, there's one more. They are taking out on I believe it's the 23rd, which is coming up next week. I'll be in Denver, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, fortunately. That's a different story. We're going to come right back to that. They're replacing it with something that's very similar to link in bio. Wait, sorry. I should not tap the table, because this table you can hear because the mic is on it. At home, the mic is on the arm, so I hit the table all the time. But now you guys are probably sick of me doing that. So, yes, they're replacing it with something that's very similar to link in bio. And to me, I think it's dope. I think what they did in this particular setup is actually quite amazing, and we'll take a look at this in a second. But they're also getting rid of the link in a channel banner. And this is one that has people sort of been out of shape. So I was in a Secret Squirrel conversation, be quiet. I was in a Secret Squirrel conversation with people at Team YouTube, and you guys know what that means, right? By people at Team YouTube, I mean Renee. And we were looking at what these changes are going to look like, and like how they will affect our people, and what would be the best course of action. And so basically, that's Marshall. Marshall was texting me, people. Sorry. Basically, I actually have mine turned off, so I'm trying to find a channel that I know has them turned on. So let me go to LPs, because I know she has it turned on. Actually, wow, it's already missing from hers too. Or maybe she just already took them down. Okay, so when you go to your channel and you go to the main channel, there was in the banner, there was little Twitter, Instagram, Amazon shop, like all these icons across the side. Those are all gone. But what they're replacing them with is something that's going to be known as the prominent clickable channel links. All right, so let me give you a visual. I'll check the comments real quick, and then I'll give you a visual on this. You always win a prize, yeah, after leaving a comment, 100%. Got a question. Let me start this, Billy, and I'll come right back to you. Super dope. I appreciate it. Don't worry. I got you, Billy. I got you. I got it. Thank you, Paul, for the reminder. Thank you, Paul, for the reminder. I do have Billy's comment starred, so I can get back to it in a second. All right. Hopefully this works for me doing the demo yesterday. No, it doesn't, because I did it this way. Ta-da! All right. So here are the YouTube links situation. And again, the links and shorts and stuff are no longer going to be clickable, but new ways for creators to showcase important links. I actually like this. So this is a visual representation of what it's going to look like. You see this thing where it says support.google.com/YouTube and 2 more links. You actually going to have the ability to put in up to 14 links. During our initial meeting, we thought it was going to be 12, but there was an update the other day that says there's going to be 14 links here. And so you see this little card that pops up where it says links. So if you were to click on this link here, this little card pops up, and then you can put your things in here. Now, this is going to propose some challenge to people who aren't very good at deciphering which links should go at the top and what should come next and so forth, so on, etc. Just understand the behavior of your audience. That's going to make it better. So some people were a little bent out of shape because in the banner, there's all the links across the bottom. And even then, you weren't really able to order them. You kind of got the order that YouTube put. But yeah, people were just kind of bent thinking that it was going to somehow lose them revenue. I think it's actually better. And I think it requires you to be more intentional about how you put your links and how you sort them. I also think, and I want to hear you guys' input on this while I tend to Billy's question. I cannot think of the last time I'm watching a video and then I'm like, where in the heck did balloons come from? All right, I'm confused. I can't think of when was the last time I watched a video and all of a sudden I said, hey, I really like this, so let me go and click on the full channel page and then look at those little buttons to find them on Instagram or whatever. 9 times out of 10, if I like the creator enough to, I think I want to check them on their Instagram, I normally looked in their regular description because they said, hey, follow me on IG, I got the link in the description. The other case is if I'm watching Dina and Dina says, hey, go over to my IG and I have a, this and this, follow me over there. And then she puts up the little right in the corner, follow me on Instagram, like right here kind of thing. That's where I've got the information from. I don't think I've ever clicked those buttons on anybody's banner. So I don't know why so many people went psycho. Yeah, I have no idea how that happened, Kevin, because I didn't touch anything. But hey, I'm rocking Sonoma and Ecamm beta and streaming in a different place, and I ain't never seen nothing of the sort. Unless Ken and Glenn are somewhere secretly messing with me, me don't know. Me don't know, we. But now I can tell you about that, we. Anyway, so yes, I don't know. I'm curious for you guys. Have you used those little buttons in the top of somebody's banner? Or do you normally click links that you find in the description? And I've only ever looked for links in the description when the creator told me, hey man, the link to, Dina's tomato jelly is in Dina's tomato jelly is ridiculous, by the way. I just want to let you know. It is freaking insane. Anyway, if someone comments and says, hey, look in the description, click here, and you can get to my store to get this, or, click on this to see further information, things like that. I don't think I've ever clicked those banner buttons. So in a way, this is actually better because if you look at it back to the image that we're talking about, it's above, oh God, dang it. It's above the fold, right? And what we mean by above the fold is when you see this on the desktop, this will be right there with no other place to look, right? So we'll come to the second part later. Let me get to Billy's question real quick because, I don't know if Billy wants to hang out with us all day, just talking spicy. Kevin says, it's easier to find a link in the description directly in the video rather than go to the channel banner. Actually, and again, Kevin, to that point, unless I'm doing a critique of your guys' channel page, I don't go to creators and then click the thing to see their whole channel page. And it's funny because I myself have coached, make your channel page dope and put these links here and do this. And then I thought about my personal behavior and then the behavior of the people that I know. Nobody really opens up the whole channel page. The only time I check the whole channel page is if I'm in here and like Dan pops up and I don't know who Dan is. I know who Dan is. But if I didn't know who Dan is and I were to click on the 3 dots in the YouTube comments panel and it says go to channel, which it didn't used to do. It used to have to copy and paste the name or try to retype it. Now you can go to channel. And so when someone says something stupid in the comments and you want to check on them, yeah, Dina says she has used banner links. Okay, birds of a feather sometimes shit on different cars. I just made that one up. Some of the channels I sub use the banner a lot. Oh, for new lead magnets. Yeah, there you go. That's true. Well, now it's even better, actually. If I don't know, maybe I think it's better. You guys can think whatever you wish. Whether you like it or not, it's changing. And I think it's just better because of the getting rid of the spam clowns. Okay, so Billy said, got a question. I want to get a Mac Mini for my studio. I have a 2001 MacBook Pro, but I want a dedicated studio machine. Billy, here's the thing. The M2 Mac Minis right now are freaking incredible. And this is going to sound crazy, and I don't want to put you out, but if you can afford to do it, the baseline studio is sick. The Mini is dope. And don't get me wrong, the Mini is mad flavor. And it will work perfectly fine for what most people need, especially as a dedicated studio machine. I ran my studio off of a 16 gig M1 Mac Mini for 2 years solid. But the second that Tim walked across the stage and said, hey, we're going to introduce M1 Studio, blah, 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 I went right in. Now, I have a Studio Max, which is a dumb name, but if I remember correctly, Papa Luigi, Mr. Camera Junkie, he got an original baseline Mac Studio, and he cuts mad Ecamm videos with that, like for the whole, sorry, I'm just telling you. Okay, so here's how you think of it. I have a computer shopping mentality that's different from most folks, and if you can stick to it, you'll actually like it. Most people don't stick to it because they don't set themselves up for the move. So here's my computer shopping mentality. Most of the people in the chat know what this is. Whatever I buy, regardless, on no later than its second birthday, I sell it. I sell it right away. And I tend to sell it for somewhere between $400 to $600 cheaper than I paid for it. And then I just take that money, add back in the original $400 to $600 and replace it with the modern version of the same thing. Why? Because rarely, if ever, does Apple change the price of the value of the specs that you're getting. So, in supposition, let me pop this socks real quick because my brains work like this. If I open up this joint right here, I have a MacBook Pro M2 Max 32 gigs, right? This machine, with the features and the 2 terabytes of stuff that I put involved, came out to, I want to say, $3,600. It might have been $39, but who cares? Let's just use that number. It came out to $3,600. I know for a fact, sure as grits as groceries, that on its second year, I can sell this sucker for $3,000. I will take that $3,000, add back the $600 that I quote unquote deprecated, and I could buy the exact same version of this machine as an M3 or M4, whatever it maths out to, for basically that exact same price. The only thing that I'm adding to it is the Apple Care. So I never let my machines get old because they work, everything's working. I'm afraid I'm gonna break something. That mentality, A, that's what keeps you not knowing how to really use your computer. B, if you just copy everything over, you're not gonna break anything. But C, learn how to work on your computer. It's not that hard. It's not complicated. And the advantage is you always have the latest and most updated machine. And what people really don't think about is how much time you spend waiting for stuff to happen as your machine gets past year 4. When your machine is 4 years old, you are sitting here waiting for your machine to do stuff, and all the rest of us are working. So you're actually losing more money than you're saving by not replacing it. It's a Moore's Law thing, right? Moore's Law, like these things get like twice as fast, every other iteration type. And with the ridiculous speeds of the M1, when we got the M2, it was silly. My M2 MacBook Air was making my studio look like, what you doing? The only advantage my studio had over the MacBook Air, and we're talking MacBook freaking Air, the only advantage my studio had over the MacBook Air was the I.O., right? I had 4 Thunderbolt ports and more USB ports and another 2 USB-C ports, and yeah. So that part of it, the desktop is always going to win, but here I sit with this M2 MacBook Pro, and it's way faster than my Mac Studio, and my Mac Studio is a beast. I mean, it is an entire beast. Hey, dude, grits with cheese and jalapenos, a couple bacon and bits. Come on, son. Come on. What it do, BV? Good to see you, bro. All right, so that's it. Billy, you don't have to go studio. If you do get a mini, just put yourself in that framework that, especially as a studio machine, because that means you're editing, you're doing video, you're doing audio, whatever. Put yourself in a position to remind yourself to replace it year 2, no matter what. And another thing, which I have put my size 12s fully inserted into back of Luis's side to put him on this plan, because most of the creators don't do this, and it drives me batty to hear professional creators say, I can't afford a new machine. I really want to wring their nizek. Here's why. Today, you got your machine, you're working, you're an effective creator, right? That means that you're taking on jobs and you're doing something. So I'll pick on Keely. So Keely decides that she got this gig where she's going to do a Discord server for somebody. And this is an elaborate Discord server, right? I mean, like really, really elaborate Discord server. So she's going to build this client, say, $2,000. Here's what I do, and here's what I suggest everybody else does, and most people won't do it for God knows what reason. I immediately take 10%, no matter what, off the top. I take 10% no matter what off the top, and it goes into a savings account that is my equipment account. So if I go and I make $100 a day, I made 90. I don't even think about the other 10%. I make it automatic, make it bulletproof, make it so you never have that problem. It used to drive me insane to be at the Apple store and have I'm a professional photographer and I charge $10,000 for a wedding and my machine doesn't work. So every day that you guys are fixing it, you're costing me $10,000. Well, if you make $10,000 a wedding, why the F do you not have a backup machine, or FFF not have a emergency fund? It makes about as much sense as screen doors on the submarine. If Kevin Harvick hits the corner, boom, hits the wall, Kevin walks across the grass, gets in a little car, drives back to the pit, gets in another car, and just hit lefts for 3 hours. Right? Why do you not have a backup? Why do you not have yourself in position to replace another car? If Lewis Hamilton completely wrecks the Merc today, well, today's qualifying, tomorrow, if he completely wrecks the Merc tomorrow, next week they have another Merc ready to go. So just wait. Anyway, let me check on y'all in the comments. I hope that makes sense, Billy. Please follow up if you need more. And Tommy says, yes, the studio has more I/O options. Totally worth it. True. Keel's going to the original comment, says, always link for the description, even when the creator doesn't mention it. Yes, me too. I want to find the interview guest. I also look, yes, 100%. Me too. I'm with you. Same one. Kevin says, run a base one, M1 studio, and have yet to make it blink. 100%. I've thrown everything at that joint. 100%. Louise says, Base Mac Studio, 1 terabyte SSD, 64 gigawatts of RAM. Gangster. Oh, if you're going to buy a M1 Mac Studio right now in the EOL section, aka refurbished, aka they're about to drop an M2 Mac Studio, In that section of the Apple Store, the refurb section, you can get some fantastic deals, and they're considered brand new machines as far as warranty goes. I'm an ex-Apple genius. Trust me, refurbs are great buys. Most people ignore them because they're scared, but let them be scared. They're actually great buys. Kevin's backing up the IO comment. Dickie is like Keely and I. Let's see. What about all the time? Yes, Luis, this is what Luis is commenting on what I was saying. What about all the time I've saved in the first year of me using it? 100%, 100%. And that's what I'm saying. I had to pull out my 17 MacBook the other day to look for something, and I was ready to pull my hair out. Too late. Too late. Because it's funny, right? It really does go by quick. I really need to update my Mac, hopefully this winter. Yeah. See, and Liz, I'm going to put you on the spot right here. I know that you're a working creator, and I know that you're doing your stuff, and I know that here's the thing that's hard for people, especially when they're working, say, on a financial deficiency or whatever. Bruh, even in my brokest moments, it was just something that my dad instilled in us. Like, even in brokest moments, I still got to peel 10%. I don't think about it. I take it as if I'm getting paid less, right? And if you're really, really worried about that, then charge the customer 10% more. Hello. You can actually, when you're doing your jobs, you must always calculate in the wear and tear on the equipment. My dad used to tell us that about doing video projects. Make sure you are buffering in replacement of your equipment. So June and I have another, sort of brother. That's my boy Topher, my best friend from school. And he used to always do these awesome gigs for people for free just because he liked doing it, being Mr. Nice Guy. And my dad would lose his shit. He would curse Topher out every time. Topher, you're literally taking out $10,000 worth of a camera equipment to do something for these people, and you're not even charging them lunch. Like, what are you, insane? Like, if something happens to your equipment, you're going to be screwed, and you have no recourse of action. You're not even covering the cost of the insurance on your equipment. So my dad used to chew him alive. Like, don't do these free gigs. Make them pay you at least $100 to cover, the 10% value of your of your equipment. So again, I had that instilled in me young. So it's almost like a tax. If you get paid, you get an income tax, automatically tax yourself another 10% for your equipment. Trust me, fam, the minute you set your business up like that, you will live much better. You should never be in a position where you go, I need a new Mac and I got to wait. It just shouldn't. It just shouldn't. It might take some time to get there. You might not be able to do that right now, but set yourself up as soon as possible. And let's say I want to back this up because let's say you're really, really check to check, slide it down to 5%. But whatever you do, don't make it no percent because you'll never get out of it. Okay, there you go. I just want to fix it because somebody's right now is complaining that I said that. I was the one listening to you going to Facebook yesterday to say, yes, I will send you a free a tiny one of these. Yeah, I like the new layout card of the card too, Paul, 100%. You know what? We're the Christian folks. It's like tithing. Just call it your Mac tithing. There you go. Hey, that's what Tommy said. Damn it. Maybe I read it while I was saying it, but Tommy is saying what I'm saying, and I don't know why I did. Okay, I'm dumb. Whatever. Sorry, Tommy. That Tommy is saying what I'm saying. Tithe yourself. Yes, YouTube yanked the channel banners already, and they said it was going to be the 23rd. So somebody was like, I'm going on vacation. Let me do it now. Use quarterly budget to stay on track. You know how many massive companies, like big companies that don't do this, Liz? And then they run into problems, and they're not tech companies, so they don't really know. Trust me, the tech companies are about this life. But I've seen this happen with the large title company. I've seen this happen with large real estate companies. I've seen this happen with plumbing and electrical companies. And they got 100 employees, and they got 9-year-old computers in the office people complaining. And I have to go to the boss and be like, fam, the reason why you guys are having these networking problems is you're still on 802.11b. We passed that mess eons ago, and the router that you have is 9 years old. It just doesn't behave. you're losing more money by not updating these computers. And I'm about to bill you more than the cost of one of these computers, so you should update that joint right away. I need to get a MacBook Pro before I go on tour next month. I want to purchase it ASAP. Upgrading from a 16-inch MacBook Pro is about time. Which one should I get? Let's go shopping for Val. I love going shopping. I love going shopping and spending other people's money too. I'm actually I got a 16-inch this go around, and having had my 14-inch MacBook Air, I'm gonna tell you, I really, really enjoy that 14-inch, bro. It's something. If you, Val, I know you travel as much as I do. That size for traveling is fanglorious. It is absolutely fanglorious. So let's build a 14-inch, and for what we're doing, this one or this one is fine. You don't have to go all the way. As a matter of fact, the baseline would work, but I would never rock a 512. You got to have at least 1 tera busies, right? The difference in the GPU, you're not editing video, so it's not going to matter to you. So I would start here. And then, okay, we don't need to touch that. 16 is perfectly fine if you can swing it. If you can swing it. My choice is between the RAM or the HD would be the RAM, right? So you're good here at $28.99, like you're square. You're literally just going to come in and get a 14-inch with 32 gigs of RAM and a 1 terabyte SSD. If you can swing it both, then you go there. That would be the maneuver. And I think that's what I did. I think, if I remember correctly, I went 16, and then I went, let me check my cores. I don't even remember. Hold on. I'm silly. Come back here. Go open this Mac, about this Mizzies. More information. 32 gigawatts, M2 Mizax. Blood clot, lima bean. You're not telling all about the cores and not me. Anyway, let me do it this way. So I hit that. Go. And then I got 32. I did not upgrade to 64. I went to, okay, I was close. Mine was $38.99. I said 36 before, but it was 38 because this is what I got right here. And it's gold. I mean, it's absolute gold. I mean, it just jams. I really didn't think, because of I have a Mac Studio, and my Mac Studio has the 64 gigs on this particular machine, I only went with the 32, but I went for the more terabyte. So yeah, that's what I would do. If you don't go to edit on it, 1 terabyte will be fine. You don't have to go to 2. If you can, get both, right? So hit the 14, hit the middle button, and then add the memory, and then walk out the door. Don't turn around now, because you're not welcome anymore. Don't try to hurt me with goodbye. You think I crumble. You think I lay down and die. Sorry. Sorry. Musical Tourette's, it kicks in hardcore. More coffee. Same Kevin Cox. Yeah, it's a trip, man. When you go back to your old machine, like after that, it's kind of cray-cray. If you don't want to follow, my Max lasts about 5 years when I buy a new one. The old one steps down, becoming back up a third machine. It's feasible. Yeah, they do last. That's the problem. Here, dude, my 2008, it still works. My 2012 MacBook Pro, it still works. But that's the problem. Because they don't die, you hold on to them and you work and you think you're getting messed done, but you're not. Not when you go and compare it to doing it the regular way. So yeah, I mean, you can hold on them suckers for 10 years if you want. They'll work. That's the problem, though. The problem is they work. Michelle just popped up in here. What is up, Michelle? Good to see you. Man, my mouse is jumping today. What is going on? It is doing wheelchair. We get in Hey Girl Hayes. Oh, she is going to edit the videos. If you're going to edit the videos, that is when the extra RAM is helpful. It won't be end all be all, but the extra RAM will definitely be helpful. If you have the on the road, this is why I went 2 TB. On the road, it's harder to find places to dump the video. Man, what in the heck is going on? What in the heck is going on? Did you guys see that? I gotta ask Ken and Glenn like what they are doing. That is so weird. I don't know what they're doing. You're stupid. You're stupid. Dude, I can sing the bar mitzvah. Yo, what's up, Callum? Long time no see. Live stream next week. Singer guitar live stream next week. Been away for a while. Question: is it better to put the tip jar PayPal link or the one that Ecamm has pinned? Honestly, QR code. Like QR code is good, and then link in the description, whatever like that. I think that would be good. Keely, do not agree with my brother. Yeah, it does. Oh, you know what, Kevin? Come on, Kevin Cox with the plan. Let's go check. It's been a minute. I haven't searched in here for a hot while. Overlays.uno. And then search tip. Nope. Donation. Nope. All right, they don't, Kevin. It was worth the look. I don't see the number one nation, aka donation. Yeah. So I would say, for instance, if I wanted to PayPal donate, all I gotta do is do pay.me/DOCROCK. That's PayPal donation link. It just is what it is, right? So you can do it that way. You could also do a little tip jar situation, or you can search for a tip jar widget in Streamlabs or Stream Elements. They have. We have the fourth wall. So there is actually a donation box. If you go to if you go to here and you went to docmerch.com. Oh, sorry, keep hitting the table. Did I turn it off? Oh yeah, so I have a donation widget sort of built into the page, so you can put in your name, you can say what it is, you can hit $200, and then hit send, donate a message. So you can do it that way. Fourth Wall has it sort of built in. You can spin up a Fourth Wall site today in like seconds with little or no skills, and it'll connect to Stripe or PayPal or both. So that's another way you can do it. But yeah, I would just throw up a QR code and put a link visible on the screen and call it a day. I would not over-tech it, because over-teching it would just make it harder. And here's the funny thing. If you were to open up the old PayPal on your phone, or Venmos or Cash Apps or any of them things, you actually have a QR code already built it in. And you can say show to pay. Ooh, come back. Where it is. In here you have, you click on your face, and then once you click on your face, there should be a link. My phone is slow. There it is. So you can just copy this, right? It's going to do copy, and then I just come over here to Ecamm somewhere, hit paste, or let me save it to the photos. It'll be faster that way. I'm air dripping it to myself. I got a tug of the gunk. Yo, this thing, it airdropped the link. Not airdropped the link, dude. It's in the photo. So silly. When you send it to yourself, make sure you send yourself the actual photo and not the link what I did. Anyway, so that you can just drip it on there like such. And then you guys don't have to pay me anything, but somebody just see if that works on your phone. Now, a lot of people have questions of, well, if they're watching the video, how does that work, right? I want to double check for myself, but if I remember correctly, you could just, let me turn this volume down. I believe on the phone, you could just press on the QR code and it'll work. If not, you can screenshot it. Let me hide the comments. So there's the phone right there. If you pop the screenshot and then hold on the QR code, it might work. I'm going to save this to photos. I swear I've done this before, so I'm tripping myself out. Oh yeah, it works. So there you go. If you, this is just a photo. If you press on the photo, it says, do you want to open the link? And then so I can say open in Safari, and then it automatically pulls up the link, right? Right now, PayPal is trying to open the app because it's on the phone, but yeah, so you could throw that up there like that. Cash App and Venmo have the same thing, right? You can put them up that way as well. Working on my run the show tomorrow. Got you guys keeping me company while I work. Boom, love it. I agree. Having a 14-inch is so much lighter. I love my 16, trust me. There was something doper about the 14. Discord code. Hey, you know what, June? Zip it. It's PayPal.me. Thank you, Rich. I thought it was a shorter version than that. I swear that there's a shorter link than PayPal.me. Let me double check. I'm tripping. I could have swear it was shorter than that. Rich. I'll go to my phone. And then go here. Request. Nope. Maybe you have to do it from the desktop. I swear I seen it was a shorter link to that. I could be wrong. Rich could be 100% right. Anyway, I'll look for it and I'll put the link in the description and you can see. I swear it's way shorter than that. I don't know why I think that, but I just have a weird memory of it. No, I don't have any widgets. I have no widgets set up at all. Not in A1. Oh yeah, I might have grabbed the wrong QR code, but it's in there. And like on Cash App and Venmo, it's right on your profile page from your phone. You know what I mean? But yeah, you do have one for PayPal as well. What happens if I log in on the computer? Maybe that'll help me see the shorter link. Let's do this. Don't nobody charge me anything, by the way, with that other link. I can see it now. You just got a bill from Rich for $800. Quick links. Rich is correct. Rich is 100%. It is. See, why do you doubt Rich, dude? Oh, that's in the wrong browser. Hold on. Hold on to one more day. Sorry. He's tripping. He's tripping. Rich was correct. See? It is PayPal.me. Okay. Good answer, Rich. One must learn to trust the gram. You should always trust the gram. There you go. Yeah, I honestly think that throwing the link up or doing something like that would probably be the simplest way to do this without making your life difficulty. All right, I wanted to go back to the YouTube thing because here's the other part that's coming up, which is phenomenal. I get her. I fully understand. No, just Rich. Never mind Insta. No, Insta is Rich's cousin. Hold on. Oh, Keely is adjusting the hashtag because Rich is sometimes right instead of Keely is right. That's too funny, Keels. All right, so going back over Chia. I got way too many pages open. So this is the other thing that's coming up, which is dope. But this is not going to come up until September. Okay? So this is rolling out sometime in September. And to me, this is phenomenal. All right. So listen, you make yourself a short. And then in your short, if you look closely right around about Chia, you're going to have the ability to put in a link that goes to a long. Now, this long can be hidden, it can be unlisted, whatever. And here's why this is dope. One thing that's cool about Shorts is Shorts allows you to make content on your channel that's not 100% related to your topic. For all you people that don't want to have a targeted channel. You know what, Dina? You're right. I don't like this either, but I don't want to mess with Keely's settings because the highs on this right now are obnoxious. It's killing my ears. If I'm getting fatigued listening to myself, then that's a problem. Anyway, so you'll be able to. Okay, here's a prime example. Next month, I'm going to Japan, and I might want to make some cool, informative, or just fun shorts about things that are popping off in Osaka. I could take that video, and it requires a deeper, further explanation, and I can make an unlisted video. So right now, there is a huge kerfuffle because Japan has a thing that they call a rail pass. And what the rail pass does is it allows people from a different country, aka foreigners, to buy a all-access pass to Japan Railways just under $300. And for 7 days, I can travel anywhere in Japan. using the rail pass. So that's Shinkansen, regular Shinkansen is a bullet train, by the way. So it's a Shinkansen bullet train, regular trains, buses, ferries, all of the above, covered by the single pass. Because of them having some economy type situations, they're making changes to the rail pass and to the IC card. And all these people who travel to Japan are having like a conniption fit over it instead of understanding that Japan's economy is in ruins and they kind of need us to come back and buy these things in order to help them get back on the slide. So there's a lot of sort of misinformation going out, not for nefarious reasons, but people don't understand the reasons why they're doing that, and they also don't understand what it means in reality. They're just sort of panic reading rules, and they're reading the rules that have been translated into English because they can't read the rules in Japanese, and they're missing some key elements, and also misunderstanding the culture. Japan is not about cheating folks. It's just not how they do it. It's not a cultural thing. That's us thing, right? We're all about cheating folks. They're not about it at all. So people are just misunderstanding how that goes. I can make a video that's deeper, further explaining, and in my short, I can link it to a long. That long can be completely unlisted, and therefore it won't wreck my channel because it has nothing to do with what I do for you guys on a daily and weekly basis. That's cool, right? Something might come out really, really incredible about branding or Canva, but Michelle doesn't want to put it on the main channel, and she could. Or Paul might want to test out some information about him building his new mobile and not wanting to mess up, his appliance repair setup. So you can put this stuff as unlisted channels, link them to a short this way, and then they're gravy. Or if you're doing a sponsor video, and you could have the link linked to a longer type explanation, right? So if you were, doing something for, XYZ random company, you can kind of like dive all the way in. So this is super incredible, and this is going to roll out sometime in September, and it will just make life easier for all of creators. And then in the rest of the article, they go in further about telling you how they're going to deal with spam and, just try to make the situation better for all of us. So I highly suggest that rather than getting completely borked by this, know a couple of things. If you have vidIQ or TubeBuddy, you will have the ability to use a bulk editor to get the links out of your descriptions. Also, start strategically thinking of what you're going to put in your YouTube version of LinkedIn bio. Now, they're not going to call it link in bio. They're going to call it prominent channel links, but it doesn't matter if they call it chicken feet. You still got to do the right thing. So it's time to put on your thought hats and think about how you're going to maximize these links and make them work for you. And one of the reasons why everybody is so bent out of shape is people still think that YouTube prowess is going to come from subs, and it don't. It never has and never will. It's not fitting. You want to set yourself up for as many off-platform revenue streams as possible. If you can, and we have this thing that we talk about in the Gold Group, right? If you can set yourself up to collect about 22, and it's a number I just pulled out of my, about 22 income streams, when you lose one, you just fill it back in with another one. You don't really stress over it. You don't lose any sleep because you're setting yourself up to win. And I just think it's important you know that. I think it's important that, you set yourselves up to win. So this is an opportunity to set yourself up to win. And, work these tools to your favor. When YouTube or Instagram or X, whomever, makes changes, don't be a victim of the change, fam. Just set yourself up to win. You know, at some days you got to set yourself up to win. Okay, this is easy. First, you call up your cousin and you get some weight. Start with like a key. Then you divide it up into 8.5 gram packages, also known as an 8-ball. Take that, cut it by 10%, and then rule number 1, don't get high on your own supply. Put that out on the corners. It's best you to get you a couple cornermen and then a bird dog. The bird dog will watch out for the popes. The cornerman will leave those packages. When you come back in with your revs, go back to your cousin, get some more weight. Maybe pick up 2 keys, right? And then once you move yourself up the chain, then you start looking for a direct line to Columbia yourself, save you a lot of time. I push rhymes like weight. Why people come with me? I'm just saying. This requires more coffee. Yo, that got me my first dislike in 8 months. I'm cool with it. Impact over influence. All right, anybody else have more serious questions? I'm curious. I am super down. Boom. All right, we're gonna get ready for class because nobody else. Sometimes. Thank you, Liz. You know what's up. You know the deal. There was one other thing I wanted to tell you guys that was super important, but I just got mad sidetracked, and it's funny. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. Oh my God, this is crazy. This is bananas, and I'm here to tell you. Yeah, it's off by a lot. Whoa, I got another one. Anybody else want to press the dislike button? I'm totally cool with it. This has nothing. My life. Look, I'll go and press the dislike button my damn self because we don't care about that. People here know better. So press away. I don't care if I get 100 on this video. That's not how I do things. So thank you, Paul. I'm always talking to you guys. Coffee. Just straight up coffee. And I just finished it. I'm always talking to you guys about being ready. Thank you, June. I love when my brother texts me funny stuff. I got an email this week from a producer of an event. And wait a minute, let's run this bus back just a little bit. Thank you, Gretchen. I'm always telling you guys, be ready and set yourself up to be in a position to be ready. And how important it is that you have your ducks in a row whenever something could come up, and chances are if you put yourselves in position, you can win, right? Okay, so I'm setting this up for Tommy while we talk about this. I have been, hey, welcome to Amesbury. Fire trucker is out. And I am definitely a little shook by fire trucks this week. So you guys know what it is. I got a call from an event producer that said, hey, we got a couple slots we need to fill for podcast movement in Denver. They're like is it possible that you could come through and do one of your talks? And I was like, bet. And then they're like, this person definitely don't know me. Like, nah, fam. If I go to church, that bitch will catch on fire. About one is about gear and one is about monetization. And they're like, we need to backfill these in real quick. Last minute, like, can you do one of them? And I was like, one, some doc, I could do both. And they were super excited. So guess what, people? I'm speaking at Podcast Movement coming up in Denver in like a week, right? So by always preparing and always honing your topic and honing your skill, you start to generate yourself as a position of authority on certain topics, right? To this day, right now, if there was a business person that needed to generate a Discord server, I would think not even 1 second of recommending them to talk to Keels instantaneously. Like, because I know that she know what she's talking about, and anything that's new that's happening, she's still studying. She could have just like mailed it in and be like, okay, now I'm starting to get clients, I can stop here. But no, man, that's not how you do it, right? You got to constantly hone your subject matter, whatever. So even when new things come out, you got to, make sure that you're staying up to date, make sure that you're studying your topic, make sure you're not getting complacent, and make sure you're doing the work to put yourself in a position that these things can come up. And I had somebody say it to me before in the chat, and I about lost my mind. They came up and said, oh, you're so lucky that you get to do blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, there's not nay luck involved, fam. I bust my butt to be in this position. Right? There you go, Tommy. This is it. This is this Tizini 2. I love this camera, by the way. That is a Sony ZV-E10. That is an Osbot Tiny 2. So in that, sorry, my monitor is moving, so don't connect it to your monitor like I did, because the monitor moving messes with it. I should stick it on a tripod or something. The fact that when they got themselves in a situation where they need to backfill a couple slots, because stuff happens, people that are booked already tend to drop out, whatever, that they thought to call me is nothing but an honor, and I feel grateful that they even thought of me. Then I feel grateful that I was able to help them with covering 2 different talks. That I'll be honest with you, I'm kind of trying to shake the Gear Maven thing, but it's still there, right? And that goes a long way because I've been in the game for a long time, and so I got to respect that and not shake it if that's what the people want, right? So no, it's not even it. I mean, reputation precedes itself. If that was the case, Rich, I'd be absolutely failing because I haven't really worked on that in forever, which is dumb. That's on me, but I'll get back to it soon enough. But I've proven myself in other positions. And so this is why, and Rich, I know you're probably joking because you started with LOL, but this goes to prove an absolute point. When you're good at what you do and you're consistent at what you do and you put forth the effort and you show what you're doing, even though the 2 podcasts that I'm actively popping right now, one is in infancy, one never even fully launched, still, with all of those things against, I still get to go speak there. What does that say? Like, what does that say? It's like when Jordan went back to the Wizards. They didn't even question if he was going to be able to play. He hadn't played in like, what, a year and a half, 2 years? But he's Jordan. I'm not Jordan, but I'm just saying when you know what you're doing and you're respected, nobody's thinking. Everybody's sitting here right now thinking, oh, in order for me to get to a position to do that, I have to have a podcast with like 11,000 people listening and 17 sponsors and 4,000 episodes. And no, you don't. No, you don't. Right? That podcast isn't about what I'm talking about. You heard? Right? That podcast is not even about what I'm going to be speaking on. And the other podcast, The Flow, which we just had our 1 year anniversary, 51 episodes deep, that's not even about what I'm going to be talking about. So I'm just trying to tell you that some of you guys sitting here with your small accounts thinking that you can't get something like that, you're wrong. If you intent and purpose, I set an intention. Frederick and I had this conversation. It might have been out loud on The Flow 2 weeks ago. Frederick and I were both talking about doing more speaking gigs this year. I don't remember if we said that live or if it's just the conversation we had pre or post game. Luis would know. Luis was producing it. Frederick and I both said this year our intention is to do more speaking gigs. Setting ourselves up, right? Funny, today, Dan just made a post talking about being a professional speaker. And Dan tagged me in the post. But the crazy thing is, I set the intention to do more speaking. I have been putting it out there for the universe that I'm going to do more speaking. And a week later, I get 2 speaking gigs in one freaking week. Even though, to Rich's joke, I haven't published an episode of my Creator 50 podcast in a year. So, as funny, no, but it's a good point, Rich. It's a good point. You know what I'm saying? Like it is. I know you're joking. I can tell because of the way you made the comment, but it goes to show that if you put yourself in position to be in the right position, to do the right things, and constantly show up, there will be people that see you for what you're trying to do and respect what you're trying to do. And not to sound goofy about it, when you set an intention and you do things towards making that intention happen, and you put it out there, like you show what you're trying to do, you can actually get there. I think a lot of people tell themselves they're going to do X, not that kind, not MDMA. I think people tell themselves they're going to do X, and then they stop doing it because they start self-talking themselves out of it. And then if you don't believe in you, why should anybody else? So I highly suggest that, well, never mind, Paul said it. Paul said it right here. If you think you can't, you're right. And I brought this up a week ago. I'll bring it up again. If you constantly fight for your limitations, you will absolutely win. And if you dig deep and you really think about, my crew and I last week in the Go Group, we were talking about what's keeping you small. If you think about it deeply, what's keeping you small is not the algorithm. It's not the equipment. It's you. You're doing something. You don't know what it is yet. You got to dig in. You got to think about it. You got to self-reflect. You got to learn to become more self-aware. If you dig into it, there's some of you right now that know you should be doing something, but you keep telling yourself you don't want to because somebody else made you think that about you. You do not want to suck. You do not want to be horrible. You do not want to be inconsistent. You do not want to be stuck. Somebody else hooked you up with a nugget of information that you're living hardcore in, and now you believe you're stuck. which is why I fight so hard with you guys about listening to other creators talking about their burnout. Let them have that, okay? Let them enjoy that. Let them manifest that negativeness into themselves. Just like, please do not adopt other people's trips. That there it is not, this is a case where you do not wish to be an empath. You can be an empath about many things, but don't be an empath about mediocrity. It's the sad part is some of these people are dope. Like they're really dope and they're good at what they do. And they got disconnected from their purpose for a mission, and now they're burnt out, and now everybody else are trying to be burnt out. People that are not pushing 2 videos a week are claiming burnt out. People that are not pushing a video a month are burnt out because it's a good excuse. I mean, it's complicated. It is complicated. It's different for everybody. But you don't, man, try not to adopt that. Try not to even adopt that feeling of I can't. Because again, if you do, you're dead straight. You're straight up, on point, 115% accurate. You not want to be that way. You're not. All right. Anyway, I will go. Actually, I'm going to leave here Thursday. I'm going to go home for the weekend. I'm going to leave the Lulu again on Monday to go to Denver. I'll be at Denver all week. Come home on Friday from Denver, and then back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. You know, but I would definitely piece you guys up from the movement, and I'm just super stoked, man. Honestly, I'm super stoked because it's a matter of fact, I was going to call Frederick today and be like, you know, it's so hilarious that we were just talking about trying to get in some more speaking gigs, and boom, I picked up 2 like that. But just be ready, man. Have your topics ready, have your thoughts ready. Always be honing your craft. Always be working to get better. And yes, Paul, you're dead accurate, right? What you put in is what you pull out. And my dad wishes he pulled out sooner. Sorry. I couldn't help it. Anyway, fam, you guys are, yes, boom. Nothing cures burnout faster than something new. Kind of true. Yeah, Kevin, I am definitely stacking these miles, fam. Unfortunately, I can't fly to Denver on Hawaiian. I'm going to have to take Delta or American. Man, do not want to take American. So hopefully I can find a Delta flight. Oh, God, I can't stand American. It's horrible. It's horrible. Anyway, fam, let's pop into Discord. Let's hang out over there. And I don't know who it helped. I hope it helped somebody. Make sure other than the couple of dicks that pressed the dislike button because they asked me an ignorant question and I answered it ignorantly, hit the like button on the way out. Yeah, for no other reason than because it makes Kevin feel good. I don't really care. I love you guys, my people. Thank you, Kevin, for your joining the membership this week. Thank you to all of the members who are hanging out today. We got Paul and Rich and Paul and Samuel. What's up, Samuel, in the building? Who else was hanging out today? Mr. Junkie Camera. That's super funny, Darius. Thank you. I appreciate it. Dude, I like that. Nothing personal. It's just business. So good. And yeah, Tommy, dude, so far, I am freaking loving the Ozbot, man. Gretchen, there you go. That's what I was looking for. Gretchen. Let's see who else is in the building. Aubrey. Aubrey's in the building. Eileen. Let's see. I'm looking for all my stars. Dun, 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 dun. We got everybody, I think. Man, I went to the venue for camp coming up. Not to make this an Ecamm thing. I went to the venue yesterday, and it's gorge. It's gorge. Oh, Paul Duncan. We can't forget about that Paul Duncan. Um, come on, see, man. You know, Kitty was like, bap, right in the head with the wrench. Anyway, let's pop into the Discord. I'll talk to you guys about Amesbury because, yeah, dude, the venue is sick. I can't wait for camp. I am like, ooh, we're getting all set up. Like, I am super vibrant for camp. This is going to be off the chain. I'll see you guys in the Discord. AT, what's up, ma? Let's go. Peace out. Let me open this Discord, swing here up right quick. I don't have any outgoing theme music because wrong computer, but don't hate me. Just, we're going to fade to Blizzak. Wait, I don't want to play that song. No, not play that song. Stop. Okay, hold on. I had to get preview mode to kill that song from this scene. And then we're just going to let it go live. Bye.